Well, today, a New York judge is expected to announce when former President Donald Trump will be sentenced in his hush money criminal case. The former president was convicted on 34 counts of falsifying business records, and he could face sentencing as early as September 18th after pushing for a delay several times. And in a different case, the former president could possibly appear in a New York City courtroom today. His lawyers will ask an appeals court to throw out a 2023 verdict holding him liable for sexually abusing columnist E. Jean Carroll. The jury found Trump liable for battery and defamation and awarded Carroll $5 million. Meanwhile, a federal judge sided with special counsel Jack Smith on the timeline for Trump's 2020 election interference case to proceed. After months of delays, Judge Tanya Chutkan is allowing prosecutors to file court documents this month. She made clear she isn't letting the election impact the proceedings. A trial date has yet to be determined, though, and the case had been on pause for months after the Supreme Court's presidential immunity ruling. Former President Donald Trump will hold a press conference at noon right here in New York before heading to Charlotte, North Carolina. Last night, the second part of his town hall with Fox News aired. Trump addressed his strategy for upcoming presidential debates.
When I had Biden, you and I had the same discussion, and I let him talk. I'm going to let her talk because, you know, you've all seen it. There are those that say that Biden is smarter than she is, okay? And if that's the case, we have a problem.
CBS News campaign reporter Hunter Woodall is joining me now with the latest on the Trump campaign. Hunter, Trump is going to be speaking to the Fraternal Order of Police National Board while in Charlotte. How crucial is law enforcement support to his campaign?
Well, good morning, Anne Marie. And when you look at how Donald Trump has approached law enforcement, this is one of the most notable messaging aspects that we've seen from Donald Trump this presidential campaign cycle. Now, Donald Trump has attempted to portray himself as the law and order candidate, very similar to how he approached the political process in 2020. That messaging, however, threatens to be undercut by the reality that on January 6th, a mob of his supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol. There was that violent clash with law enforcement, and that clash left over 100 law enforcement officers injured. So no matter how much Donald Trump tries to talk about law enforcement and public safety, that reality cannot be taken away.
Indeed. And so Trump outlined plans for the economy yesterday. It included a government efficiency commission, which doesn't sound that bad, but it would be led by Elon Musk. So can you sort of walk viewers through what we know of this plan?
Well, as we know, the truth is always in the details, and this is still a very early stage proposal, that came out yesterday. What was notable, and I'm looking at the quote right now, is, Donald Trump's pledge that the commission will be tasked with auditing the federal government and recommending, quote, drastic reforms. What exactly does that mean? What would the reforms be? If you're a fiscal conservative, you hear those words, and you're likely happy to hear, former President Trump talking about that on the campaign trail as the presidential candidate for the Republican Party. Now, the question is, though, again, what does that mean? What would it actually entail? What would the impact be on the federal government? And it also gives his critics an ample amount of fodder as well. Because the reality is, anybody can say, hey, you were president. Why didn't you do more on this topic while you were still in office?
Indeed. Well, Hunter, thank you very much.